welcome to another behind the scenes cake studio / life vlog. I have two cakes partially ganached because I have one cake this week which I am delivering on Friday. It is currently Wednesday, so that is my ganache day. I'm just leaving this coat to set and then they will get another coat when that's dry. The theme is bears and bows. It's a very sweet cake. It's the same customer who had the Lego cake not long ago, which we took to the Legoland Discovery Centre. So if you haven't seen that video, it's a tutorial on the cake, and also there's a vlog for the behind the scenes of that one as well, which I will leave below if you haven't seen them. But I have a few things in the studio to show you. I have lots of bags of different type of chocolate here. So we've got white chocolate, milk chocolate and dark chocolate. As you can see, they're different size buttons and Calais as well because they're different brands. And what I've decided to do, because as we know, chocolate is getting very expensive at the moment. The cost of everything's gone up, but the cost of chocolate has shot up quite a bit. So I've decided, even though I use Belcolade myself, I thought I'd see what was cheaper out there, what it tastes like, how it behaves and how much it costs. So I've ordered lots of these samples. I also have lots of other chocolate coming from other places. But this is going to be a Brigade exclusive video. The reason for this is because my Brigadiers are amazing and they deserve a video like this where I can show them where they can buy the cheapest chocolate, but actually that tastes good and is good to work with. Also because if I just shared this out to a worldwide audience on YouTube, then these chocolate sacks might run out. If everybody goes for the exact same cheaper chocolate that tastes good and everybody wants it, then it's going to be hard to get hold of and we're all going to be back to square one. So I have decided to make it a Brigadier exclusive. You can join if you want, but there are minimal spaces because I don't like to have too many members in one group. I like to keep it small, family-like, helpful. So we only allow really cool people in. But yeah, you can see there's like different sizes of buttons here. Some are Belgian, some are not. I see these are slightly larger buttons here. And primarily I'm going to be using some for ganache, but some for actually, because I make my chocolate bars with chocolate obviously, but I use a lot of milk when it comes to making my chocolate bars, and I use a lot of dark when it comes to ganache. So I'm going to be having a look at what is best, because ganache you can kind of get away with one that doesn't, you know, have to be Belgian. It doesn't have to be the most expensive, nice tasting thing on the planet when it's just covering the outer part of your cake. And when it's an inclusion, but when it's your chocolate bar and that's your sole product is your chocolate, then it has to taste good. So I'm going to be shooting that very soon. But I also have this huge delivery. It might be a big box, but it's very lightweight. Inside is my custom mix shredded paper. There is several kilos in here, but I have to get organised for Christmas. It is only April as I'm filming this, but I run out of shred paper last Christmas when I was sending all the Christmas slabs out, and I ended up having to make my own shredded paper with some pink paper, put through a shredder. So I've made sure I have enough this time, several kilos of a custom mix of pink and this aqua colour, because my tissue paper is yellow, so it kind of gets all my different brand colours in there. I have these big bins that I got from IKEA when I moved into the studio. I think they're supposed to be like big recycling bins, but they're huge big white ones. And you can see here the shredded paper I had to make myself. So we're going to fill this now and see how much I can get in. got you at a bit of a random angle here, but I am almost finished with this cake. I think it's nearly about 1:15 in the afternoon, and it doesn't have to leave until tomorrow evening, so I might be able to get it finished today. What I'm working on is, everybody's seen the decorative balls that you add to cakes. You just need some polystyrene balls in different sizes, and I'm going to make some different coloured balls just to decorate it with. And I know I've shown people a few times how to make these, but as long as your paste is soft and warm enough, you don't need any water, piping gel or anything, because it just makes it too sticky. So this is a dry polystyrene ball, nice warm sugar paste, and I'm not going to roll it out or anything. I'm literally just going to squish the paste around the ball until it's fully covered. And then you can just see the little hole there. We're just going to squish it shut. And then you just roll it very hard between your hands to get all those lumps and bumps out of. I have seen people dip these as well, so you just put a polystyrene ball on a cocktail stick and then dip it into some sort of candy melt. But I am using the sugar paste that I've used on the cakes, so the colours should match 100%. And as you know, I am not a massive fan of candy melts. I mean, you're not going to eat them anyway, so it's completely fine for doing stuff like this, but I just hate the taste of candy melts. But I've just rolled my ball there, and now I'm going to grab a cocktail stick and push that down into the centre. It's ready to just shove and anchor itself into the cake. But yeah, should hopefully be finished with this one soon. I haven't really got much to report. I have some flowers from Country Baskets that I went to collect, and they are flowers for the next 3 wedding cakes I've got coming up. I'll show you those. But last night we nipped to IKEA, so we were picking the kids up from Liverpool theatre because they'd gone to see Everybody's Talking About Jamie. I have already seen this before. Kai bought it for Abby as a Christmas present, so they went and watched that last night, and when we were on our way to pick them up, we called into IKEA for some voile net curtains that we're going to turn into a bed canopy for Abby's bed. Not that you care, but I have been updating you on Abby's room since she had a new ceiling and everything, so it's just finishing touches now, hopefully. But I'm going to continue making these balls, and then I will show you what they look like on the cake. Here it is with all its decorative balls on. I think it looks super cute, and I love the colour scheme that she's chosen. But yeah, the theme was bears and bows, which is why we have them heavily featured on here to make sure it stands out. But we have a cute little bear sat on the board here with a little bow in its hair, or on its head. Her name is on the bottom, Penelope, and she's going to be 1. And then we have a little bear in a hot air balloon on the top. But yeah, super simple, but really, really cute. So I'm going to box this one up, leave it in the studio because it's not leaving until tomorrow. It just allows all the balls to really hold and set on, like, because it's sugar paste on sugar paste with a little bit of water, and there's obviously cocktail sticks holding some of them on. But it just really helps to solidify and dry them on, so nothing should move on the delivery. This is also my bag of florals I got from Country Baskets. I have a big bunch of daisies, got these little orange ones, big fluffy pink ones, sunflowers. They are for 3 different cakes, hence why they're all different colours. We've got some thistles in there. But yeah, you're looking at about £70 worth of flowers there. £70. These prices are getting insane. Some little dark ones under there as well. But yeah, if you're watching and you're not a cake maker and you're wondering why prices of cakes are getting very high, this will be it. Chocolate increasing, flowers, just any sort of ingredient at all. Butter has doubled, boards, boxes, sugar paste, just everything has gone up. I have lost my sponge. How can you lose your washing up sponge that you were just using? Happy Friday. Despite finishing the cake, I have been in the studio all day because I have lots to do. I'm just catching up with my washing up. But I've also been working on some social media stuff, so do not underestimate how long reels take to put together. I have put together a couple of reels today for my cake account, but also my personal account as well. Because we've been on a few trips recently, so it's been like Adam's birthday, and we went to an American diner, which was near Blackpool, because we're going to Blackpool again tonight to deliver this cake, and we were in Blackpool on Monday. Yeah, I will leave my socials are always listed below, and also my other account where you'll see all the more personal stuff that's not cake. So I have a Cherry Rambles YouTube and a Cherry Rambles Instagram, which is all things I get up to when I'm not doing cake. So I've just been doing a reel for the American diner we visited in, well, near Blackpool. They've got 2 locations and it was amazing. And I also bought him for Christmas a afternoon tea on a canal boat. He's a sucker for food mixed with a bit of transport. But we'd never been to the Skipton one before, and we went for an afternoon tea, and I've just done a reel on that as well. So feel free to go and check those out. I've been catching up with my emails, putting a couple of designs together and sending them over. So yeah, even when you're not actually making cake, there is still so much to do behind the scenes. And I really need to give the studio a big spring clean. I need to open the cupboards and see what's in them. Do you ever buy countless cake gadgets, moulds that you think will come in handy, and then you put them in the back of the cupboard, you forget that they're there and you don't even use them because you don't need them? So I'm going to have a little route, see what I've got in there, sell some things off and make a bit of room. But I'm just going to carry on with my washing up, put my music back on, because every time I want to talk to you guys, I have to turn my music off. And then I will probably catch you after the delivery. We delivered the cake all in one piece. It was actually going to Bispham, which is like a stone's throw away from Blackpool. And it would be rude to go all the way to the seaside and not get fish and chips for tea. So we called into a little cafe, pie and chips, and then we walked it off on the beach. So we got our steps in on the sand. And then over the weekend, I had my hair coloured again. It desperately needed doing, get all those greys covered up. And we created a ghost lampshade for Abby's room. So we just bought a regular paper lantern from Dunelm. It was like £2. And then we bought a bed sheet and doubled it up so that you couldn't see the paper lantern underneath. Give it some eyes. And she now has a ghost lampshade. We were also in Dunelm picking up some paint samples because our living room, when we moved in, I think it was like 8 years, I think we've been in the house almost 8 years now. And we painted the living room grey because grey was all the rage at the time. But what we didn't account for is that it's very different lighting in the living room. I can't remember which way it faces. You know, you have like the north and south have different lighting situations. And the living room is a very cool light. It's always very dark and it very much brings out the cool undertones in any colour. So the grey that we painted, it actually looks really baby blue on one of the walls. And I confirmed this when my sister-in-law came to visit when we got the house. I said, what colour is that wall? And she said, because she's into like interior design and stuff as well, she went, it looks blue. I was like, exactly. And I'm very much like I like the warmer side. So I thought if I paint it pink, it might warm it up a little bit, but we need obviously a warm undertoned pink because it will show the cooler undertones. So we've got like 5 different pinks up on the wall at the minute, and I'm watching the colour change as it goes from like morning to night and seeing how the colours change, and some of them definitely have a more purple undertone. So some of them are starting to look lilac, which is really annoying because the really nice pinks turn purple and the ones where it's very warm, they almost look kind of brown during the day, but then they turn pink at night. So I'm really struggling with what colour to choose. I even took some of this pink home because I have a full tin of this pink that I used in the studio, but that's got like a purple undertone at home. It was also Abby's movie night, so she chose Emperor's New Groove, so we watched that and just pottered around cleaning and tidying, and we're now into a new week. I'm in the studio, I need to start work, but I needed to end this vlog first. I think it might be a pretty short one, but hopefully you still enjoyed it, but we're gonna roll straight into a new vlog, so you'll see this one next week. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment because it does really help. And I'll see you in the next one for a huge wedding cake and another birthday cake.